because you as an officer of the court should have instructed your client to do that the court had revoked his bond. So I want an answer to that question.
I mean, we were going to be here today. That's
not an answer to my question. Mr. Allen.
According to what the defendant just told his attorney is that he told him to just show up today and not turn himself in.
That's correct, Your Honor. I mean, and that if...
Oh, put me in handcuffs, man.
That's a wrong answer.
I'm sorry. I mean, I'm
way the wrong answer.
I'm sorry, man.
I'll deal with this in a minute because right now I'm furious, Mr. Vincent, that you would represent that client defendant to remand. Take you. Court's going to stand in recess.
Bond violation where we asked the court to hold bond and issue an immediate warrant report to do so. I checked XGL. He's not in custody. I don't see him present. I have no idea where he is.
All right.
He's here, Your Honor.
Is he here? Where is he?
Buckle up, guys. Today we're going to watch a courtroom explode into chaos within seconds as a judge demands answers no one seems prepared to give. The defense fumbles, the defendant slips up, and the judge's patience evaporates instantly. This opening moment sets the tone for everything that's about to unfold. And trust me, it only gets harsher from here.
Fair. You need to come up. I'll call your case. Court calls the case of People versus Cameron Carter.
Morning, Your Honor. John Vincent on behalf of the defendant who stands to my right.
All right.
Say your name.
Come on, Carter.
All right. We're going to deal with the bond hearing first and then decide if we're going to go with this case.
Okay. The people issued sent in that motion because I was going to meet with him myself. There was 3 police reports made, 1 made to Romulus Police Department and 2 made to the Wayne County Sheriff's Office. I'm still awaiting the police reports from the Wayne County Sheriff's Office, but I received the Romulus Police report and attached it to my emergency motion. There was texts and things that were said by the defendant threatening the life of the victim. When I spoke to her on the phone, she said she was extremely concerned for her safety, and I shared those concerns, which is why I filed the motion.
As the defendant finally steps forward, the room shifts. The judge immediately moves into the bond hearing, and prosecutors outline disturbing reports involving threats and escalating behavior. You can feel the tension build as each detail raises the stakes. The court is no longer dealing with routine procedure. This is now a matter of safety, credibility, and control.
I'm not sure why Mr. Carter has not turned himself into this warrant and I would ask that the bond to be set at a really high rate, determined by the court and or to remain in one vote. These are 3 different violations of bond. He also has he has the no contact, he has the no go to that we have in this case, and so I don't understand what the reason to reach out for any reason.
Here, the prosecution reinforces the severity of the situation. They describe alarming texts, a terrified victim, and a pattern of behavior that signals real danger. The request for a higher bond isn't just strategy. It's caution driven by fear of what might happen next. The courtroom becomes visibly heavier as everyone realizes the gravity of what's being alleged.
Mr. Vincent.
Well, Your Honor, is the witness here? Because that is all, and I mean, all the allegations are based on her words. There's been no police contact, no video, no third-party witness, no DNA, no fingerprints, no police contact with my defendant here.
So he wants a hearing on this bond violation?
None of these phone numbers connect to his account. He absolutely denied the allegations in here. There is no physical evidence, and if there is not a witness here, Your Honor, then both the underlying case should be dismissed and this alleged...
I'm not even talking about the underlying case. So just deal with what I told you to deal with.
All right, well,
does he want a hearing on the bond violation?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
When are you going to have the other report?
I'm not sure, but I can check on that today. And I'm also waiting for the actual screenshots of the text messages that are written in the Romulus police report. And if he's saying that that's not his phone number, I can also get a search warrant as to that effect.
Now, in that police report, there are 6 phone numbers listed. The police report indicates that none of those numbers are Mr. Carter's. If there are screenshots, I have not received those screenshots. It's the first time I'm hearing that there are 2 other potential police reports out there.
The defense fires back, insisting there's no evidence beyond one person's words. They question every detail, phone numbers, reports, witnesses, hoping to undermine the foundation of the accusations. Their argument is clear. Without physical proof or corroboration, nothing should move forward. It's a direct challenge to the prosecution's entire narrative.
However, this police report says that 2 officers showed up. I don't know how a Wayne County Sheriff's Department police report would be any different than this, as far as I can see, there were no Wayne County sheriffs on the scene of this alleged incident. There's just simply no physical evidence. There's no third-party evidence. And frankly, if you read through the report,
I did. Before I revoked your client's bond. I did.
Okay, well, I would hope you did. When you start to read through it, the allegations in there, either it's a lie or he's the luckiest guy on the planet, because I would think that the Romulus PD would be able to get over there in the length of time that all of this stuff is alleged to have happened and find a purple Taurus. She says at 1 p.m., he began to call her, and it somehow got into an apartment, beat on the door of the apartment, left the apartment, started yelling through the window, and generated somehow, all while outside, 6 other phone calls from 6 different numbers, none of which line up to the defendant. If she's not here, Your Honor, then I think that is a very, very strong indication that this is not factual. The other thing in this, Your Honor, this person alleges that he stole a gun from her in Pittsfield Township.
The prosecutor responds sharply, revealing pending reports, missing screenshots, and an ongoing investigation. She pushes forward with confidence, showing the case is still expanding and may get even worse for the defendant. This is where the judge's frustration begins to surface, as the courtroom inches closer to a breaking point over conflicting claims and unclear facts.
Well, if that's the case, then shouldn't this have been a little higher priority? I think the prosecution knows that this is not accurate. There's nothing before the court today to indicate that he is guilty of what they're saying he's guilty of. If she's not here, she should have been here. There's no Romulus police officers here, not that they saw anything anyway. There's no third party in the police report. It says witnesses, none. Wait a minute. He's broke into this apartment complex, banging on the door, goes outside, supposedly shouting the N-word. Don't you think somebody would have witnessed that, especially at 2 p.m.? Without a witness, without some shred of physical evidence, there's nothing. This is just the allegations of someone who did not bother, apparently, to show up to court, both for this and presumably for the underlying charge.
First thing, this defendant is on bond awaiting this final settlement conference where he's charged with domestic violence. He's also on bond awaiting pretrial where he's charged with child abuse sport. He's also on bond waiting a probable cause conference.
The defense attempts to dismantle the timeline itself, arguing the allegations are physically impossible and unsupported by any witness. They highlight gaps in the story, pointing out that no bystander, officer, or neighbor reported seeing anything. By pushing the logic to its limit, they hope to shift suspicion away from the defendant and onto the credibility of the accusations.
Where he's charged with resisting and obstructing a police officer and fleeing third degree. Mr. Vincent claims that he knew nothing about screenshots. Well, I just said on the record I don't have them. I'm awaiting them. but they are in the Romulus police report. They say that they do have screenshots, so maybe he didn't read that report. Also,
Oh, Your Honor, I don't have screenshots.
You will not interrupt, ever. I let you go on and on. I told you what I'm trying to focus on here. Keep trying it, Mr. Vincent. You're going to run into trouble with me real fast. Ms. Kirby, you may continue.
thank you. I also explained in my motion that the Romulus police report is different than the 2 other contacts that this victim had with the sheriff's department. I've included those police numbers. Those are also in the motion. So I'm not sure what he means on, I have no idea why the sheriff's department and Romulus were here. No, it's completely different. And I don't have the accusations in those. I'm awaiting to get those, given that they're not in our county, and I followed the process to get those. Also, this is, if we're having a bond violation hearing, I would just remind the defense counsel that it's not beyond a reasonable doubt for a bond violation. So I would ask the court to take what it has in front of it, including the Romulus PD report, and either adjourn so I can get the other police reports, and so I can get the actual screenshots and possibly a search warrant for this. And I would ask for the defendant's bond to be revoked, and he to be remanded. Given the seriousness of this case and the seriousness of his other 2 cases.
The prosecutor counters hard, emphasizing the victim's fear, the defendant's multiple open cases, and the seriousness of the overall pattern. She notes the defendant's laughter as proof of his disregard for the situation. This exchange becomes the emotional peak of the hearing. Accusations of danger, defiance, and manipulation collide as the judge tries to keep control of